Welcome back, guys, to another episode where I try and take Weezing to the top of the online rank ladder. We will be continuing off after the last episode. It turns out that we just held position overall. We're slowly climbing our way towards our Ultra Ball rank. First thing you'll notice is the team is very different. This is just after the online competition was held. I did position just shy of the top 2,000. It's a big step up from where I performed last time. So this team I have had a bit more practice with. This team is feeling really good, and I'll tell you about the changes I've made as we get into this. So first battle looks like a rain team. I was having great success just playing full aggression. You can predict the Basculegion switch in. You end up doing a lot of damage. The Pelipper is the biggest threat here. If we get rid of Pelipper, Annihilate does a lot of work. So it is worth just aiming hard into that Pelipper. Golden Go is carrying the eject pack, so he can get a make it rain off and then pivot, and given his typing, he's not faked out really. He can't be faked out, and he does do really good damage. I think we are just going to open off with some heavy damage. I don't believe there's any reason to bring Incineroar. Annihilate will do a lot of work against the Caledon. It is Assault Vest Annihilate, but it is built very bulky, so it does take 2 Hurricanes from a Pelipper to kill. And I think our last is going to be the Golden Go. I think this is our best bet. Alright. Let's see how we do. I just want to get rid of the Pelipper, nice and quick. Golden Go Hydreigon. I do think we stand to kill that Hydreigon in one turn. A knockoff from Slacking also one-shots Golden Go if it doesn't Terra. I think we just protect Weezing, and we're just going to go straight for the knockoff. Unless it's Choice Scarf Golden Go, this should be a one-shot. Unless, of course, it Terras. It is a Terra Steel. I don't believe this will kill my Slacking. A double up might. Actually, a double up probably will. But then I think we're actually in a really good spot with Annihilate. No choice specs, so that is cutting the damage down a lot, which is great to see. Now, he has set Tailwind up, so he's probably feeling very confident. Little does he know, Slacking's Sucker Punch is going to finish him off next turn. I do think it may just be worth Will-O-Wisping into the Hydreigon slot, just in case it pivots. Actually, no, I don't think I want to do that. I think we will just go for a little bit of chip damage on Hydreigon, and I think we're going to lose our Slacking right here, right now. But we will get the Golden Go, and that then frees our Golden Go up to come in and do some very heavy damage in return. An Earth Power from their Hydreigon would do a lot of damage, but I don't think their Hydreigon's running it. I do expect them to try and double target into Weezing here. They're going to expect the Golden Go damage to finish Slacking off. So we do pick up that kill. Draco from Hydreigon would do a lot of damage here. But if it is a supporting Hydreigon, we should be right to survive it, honestly. He does Dark Bolt for Slacking. So we pick their Terra up. We now know that they're not able to Terra anymore. We do know they've got the Dark Pulse on Hydreigon. So this could be a really good chance for us to go for our Terra. Yeah, this is going to be great. If we can get our Terra off with our Golden Go, we can then get a pivot into our Annihilate, but Annihilate's positioned really well to deal with Arcaladon. Now it is a Eject pack, so if it is Snarl on either of these Pokemon, it might force our Golden Go to pivot before it gets to attack, which would be very frustrating. I am just hoping they aim for Weezing, as the Weezing is what's slowing them down. But I guess we'll see how that goes. They may just double into the Golden Go. We're expecting a Dark Pulse from Hydreigon. No, it is Snarl. So unfortunately this is going to force my Golden Go to switch. Oh no, we got the Avoid. That is huge. That has actually turned this right back into our favour. Hopefully this is a one-shot on the Hydreigon. Not quite. Very nearly. But you can imagine if we didn't get that, that would have been a very bad situation for us to be in. So, they don't really threaten us here. I do just think at this point, Weezing can actually go down now. I think it's done its job. And I do think that we can now just get the kill on this Arcaladon as well. Draco does come down. Weezing does survive. Weezing is built as especially bulky as possible. My Weezing is a defense boosted nature, but then full investment in health and special defense. So, strong survive. Does take the double up. If we can kill this Arcaladon, I think we have just won. It does survive, but I think from here we're fine anyway. They're out of Tailwind. My Golden Go is going to be very fast compared to them. But I actually think here, we just want to protect. Actually, no, we don't. We're going to Shadow Ball into them, and we're going to Drain Punch into the Hydreigon. It will get its Tailwind up, but I think we should be more than capable of killing it. Actually, I think we're just going to double Dark Arcaladon, because we want this thing dead more than anything else. Snarl does come out. That is just going to boost our Annihilate, so I am surprised they went for that. So now it is a 2v1, very boosted Annihilate. They may have Bascule Legion in the back. If they do, I think either way, this is game. Bascule Legion will be able to pick up one kill, but I think we should be able to pick up the other kill with the other Pokemon. No, it is the Pelipper. Very interesting to see Pelipper. I think no matter what, we have this, as we can now hit with Rage Fist for crazy damage, and we do survive. There we go, we outspeed the Pelipper here anyway. Annihilate does not die to a Hurricane. This Annihilate is incredibly bulky. So, solid game one. As you can see, the team does function a lot better now. Even losing Slacking so early on, we took their Golden Go out, and then the team just went from there. That Snarl miss was incredibly fortunate, as it did mean that we stayed in. But overall, quite happy with how we're performing now. Alright, we'll see how we go in the next game. That was quick. Let's straight into the next match. This looks like Trick Room. I see no reason why we don't just open Weezing Slacking. This could be Trick Room, or it could just be weak armor. But I think either way, we actually have the advantage now. I do think Incineroar is actually fairly helpful here. Because of his typing, he's able to do a bit of bodying with the Indeedee Armarouge. He is threatened by the Garchomp, but I think Annihilate will deal with the Garchomp. He's also able to intimidate the Garchomp. So I think this is our team. The Sylveon's our biggest threat here, if they decide to bring it. Annihilate is Terra Fire, so we do have that going for us, but a Terra normal Double Edge will kill the Sylveon. So I am confident as long as we play it right, this should be a fairly easy win. As long as they don't have anything crazy like Terra Ghost, Rage Powder, and Moongus, this should be fine. The Indeedee will go down in one shot, so I do think the play, if they do try to go for Trick Room, will be Taunt. That's the Garchomp. Now, I do think the Murkrow is going to go Terra Ghost. That is very common. Garchomp will be faster than Slacking if it's a max speed Garchomp. So I think the play here is to protect my Weezing. And we can go for this knockoff on Murkrow, I think is the play. Because if it does go Terra Ghost to set up Tailwind, this will let us hit it. Actually, I don't think it is going to Terra Ghost. We are going to go for it. It doesn't Terra, so that is unfortunate for us. He will get his... Yeah, this is what I thought about, is he may just go for the Earthquake. Go for the Earthquake spam. Now, the question becomes, do we take an Earthquake? It could very well be Clear Amulet. If it is Clear Amulet, switching into Incineroar is going to do nothing, and we do just essentially lose Incineroar and Weezing at the same time. But I think there is one more option we can go for here, and that is Weezing to show us how good he can be. If he goes for the Earthquake again, which he now has absolutely no reason not to, this should buy us some time. If he's Lumberry, then we can switch in Incineroar the following turn. And this is now starting to stall out their Trick Room. I mean, their Trick Room, their Tailwind. I imagine Murkrow might follow up with a Taunt here, which would be a very good play. Or it may have gone for a foul play. Yeah, there it is. So if we get this burn, I think we're now in a very strong position. Which we do. Weezing showing that he's a reliable Pokemon. Even with these inaccurate moves, it still knows what it's doing. So, right now we know that that Murkrow is going to kill Slacking. But this could actually be the opportunity to bring our own Incineroar in, actually. We could try Annihilate, actually, because if they do hit us with Actually, no, Incinerate is the best play here. Annihilate could have been cool because we could have come in, taken a couple of hits, and then Rage Fisted in response. But we do want to slow the game down. It is not Clear Amulet. I think it's a Choice Band. Which is really good to know. Incineroar takes that really, really well. How many turns do they have left? This is their final turn of Tailwind. So we can actually taunt and fake out now. This will then stop them setting up Tailwind the following turn, and we can go for a parting shot to switch out, bring Slacking back in, and then we can just start double edging everything. Stat changes are eliminated, but that's okay, because now we can just go for the parting shot. They may be forced to switch Murkrow out here, but I think the play is, I don't think they can actually, unless they also switch out Garchomp, so I might just burn into the Murkrow, and then we're going to parting shot into the Garchomp. They are switching out the Murkrow. It is a Sylveon, so this is a great time to get a switch out. Alright, so if we can kill this Sylveon, I think we're in a position to win, because the only threat is that Sylveon. So I think, actually I do think the play here is to protect Weezing. And we just go all out into this Sylveon. We will survive this, and we will survive it quite comfortably. As long as we can get rid of Sylveon, I think we're going to be in a very good position. What we can do here too is we can preemptive. Sylveon might switch into Murkrow just to buy more time. Either way, I think it is worth just double attacking right here, right now, because I think our Annihilate does offer a lot of support for the cleanup at the end. He's going for that boosted damage. I still think even with Terra, it's not enough to kill my Slacking. The Sylveon did no damage because it's burnt. It's not enough to kill the Slacking. We do get the kill on the Sylveon. We will now get the kill, well, we won't get the kill on the Garchomp. But we do get our Annihilate in, and I think that the only threat to this Annihilate was that Sylveon. I do think Annihilate is a fantastic Pokemon to have in our final. I think even if this Murkrow sets up another Tailwind, our combined damage, we are going to get the kill on the Garchomp, I do think it's going to foul play into us. This is going to do next to nothing. Unless it crits. Now the beauty is, every time they hit into Annihilate, they are boosting his Rage Fist. Now my Annihilate does not have much in the way of attacking investment. We are much more on the special bulk side. They do get their Tailwind. And who do we have as final? It is Armarouge, so I actually think we may win this. He can't Terra, he may protect and foul play, but we can't protect though, so this will essentially be what it will be. It is foul play. Annihilate does take that well. We should tank this. We don't. That's very unfortunate. It's not over. We could get the special defense drop. I mean the poison, and then we could try stalling out. Is the only other option we have here. So this is just going to come down to Weezing. Weezing is built specially defensively. I think a couple of armor cannons and we might be in trouble though. No, he's using expanded force. We do need the poison, I believe. Maybe a crit too. It is the armor cannon. Big hit from Weezing could do a lot here. Hopefully this is the speedy version. If it is the Trick Room version, we may actually have a chance here. I guess it all comes down to this. How is it built speed-wise? No, it's faster. Very unfortunate. Was a very close game. Very close game indeed. The Terror of Flying, I think, let us carry that game a lot longer than what we did last time. What could we have done better? We could have predicted the Protect on the Sylveon and gone for a double edge. On the Garchomp, I think that would have then set us up into a perfect position to then kill the Sylveon the following turn. We do lose some points, but there is still a chance that this next win could push us into Ultra Ball tier. It all depends on how much we win. Assuming we win. Alright. A Sun team. And a few Eevees. So this is interesting to see. Lilligant Ninetales is a pretty cool duo. Now, that slow Slow King, the Galarian Slow King gets a move called Chilly Reception, which lets it switch and set up the snow. I want to one-shot that straight away, and then they won't get the snow and they can't Aurora Veil. So I think, I see no reason why we don't open with full offense. I think Annihilate does incredibly well if we can clear out that Galarian Slow King, yeah, not Slacking. I have Slacking, they have Slow King. Outside of that, they've got the Ninetales for hitting into my Golden Go. They can't really touch my Incineroar. So they do have the fighting on Lilligant. Not sure. Not sure. Lilligant Slowking could be a scary opening, but I think it's going to be one of their modes. I think I want the burning and the... I think we can play around their Lilligant, so I think this is the core. Same as last game, chance for them to redeem themselves. They don't really seem to have something... Like, they don't have two Pokemon that can body my Slacking, so I think no matter what they open, we have a target that we can potentially one-shot. Ninetales might be Focus Sash, so it may even be worth playing a bit slower with my own weak team. Here is the Ninetales. So, they don't get their Drought. I do think I'm going to protect turn 1. And I don't believe there's any need to actually use my Terra here. I think we're going to see a Draco into Weezing. So the double edge into Ninetales I think is going to be strong. Ninetales is fast, it could outspeed Will-O-Wisp. But even then, Slacking's damage is still pretty extraordinary. It is the outspeed Will-O-Wisp. But I do believe the following turn, we will get the kill on it with Sucker Punch. And it is the Draco into my Weezing. Depending on how Archaludon is built, Weezing can survive. I do think the play here is just to burn, and is to Sucker Punch into this Ninetales. So if it does go for an attack, we are clearing it out. It is. It's gone. We do cop the Draco, so it'll all be on now. That is a very bulky Archaludon. That is not a heavy investment at all. The burn here will stop any future shenanigans from their body presses. I'm now not worried about this Archaludon at all. I think whatever comes into that second slot we double into, and we may even Terra Normal into it. The Archaludon's no longer really a threat. It is Lilligant. I do believe it is going to outspeed and just close combat into my Slacking. So I think this is a great chance to protect and to switch in my own Incineroar. Actually no, we'll switch in Annihilate. I think we're going to see... I mean, Archaludon can't do anything either way. The close combat will hit nothing. And we are Assault Vest and heavily invested in Special Defense, so this Archaludon at -2 isn't threatening anything either. So I think no matter what goes on here, we are in a pretty good spot. It is a close combat, so that was a very good call. This still will not be able to kill my Weezing. And just to be safe, we are going to actually switch into Incineroar here. We'll get the Intimidate, so if it does go for anything else, we'll get the damage. We could U-turn off it. But I actually think it might be better just to go for a basic Rage Fist, just in case they switch Lilligant into the Weezing. Go into their Slacking, sorry. Slacking, Slowking, Slacking. So many Pokemon, so many similar names. They don't get their Chlorophyll boost, they still will be faster, so if they did close combat into Incineroar, good on them. This is going to do very little. It did hit me 3 times, my Rage Fist is now powered up beyond belief. And this Archaludon is still at -1. And it's doing nothing to us at all. So, I don't think the Archaludon's going to be able to do much. Even if it Dracos into Annihilate, I'm very confident. And it is Leafeon as the final. Unfortunate for them, Leafeon is not going to kill Annihilate, and I don't think Archaludon can do a lot to Annihilate. I think the play here is to fake out into Leafeon, just in case of any Protect shenanigans, and I feel like Rage Fist may even pick up the kill on Archaludon at this point. It is 200 base power now, so this will hit really hard. It does protect, but that's okay. If we can start pivoting Incineroar, I think we're going to be in a great spot. We will disappear with the Parting Shot next turn onto the Archaludon if it's still alive. That triple action is boosting this to 200 base power move. That hit really hard. Even with its defense boost, if it goes through Body Press, we're still seeing pretty. The burn is now paying dividends. So, now we Parting Shot into the Archaludon, and now we just Rage Fist into the Leafeon. It is Terra Fairy. If it's got Terra Blast, we may lose our Annihilate here. It is Terra Blast. We will lose Annihilate here. But it is now weak to Weezing. Incineroar survives on 1 HP. Weezing can come out. And I think here we just Sucker Punch into Archaludon to stop it from getting any damage off into Weezing, and then we can just Sludge Bomb freely into Sylveon. This is looking like it may be our game. I'm not very familiar with Life Orb Sylveon Life Orb Leafeon calculations. We don't get the kill on our Archaludon, so that's not good. Slacking does go down. It Body Presses up. I think they doubled into the slacking just in case. Thankfully, Leafeon has next to no special defense, so that was a clean one-shot, and I actually think Archaludon just dies to the burn now. It does. So, the team is showing that it is quite strong, it is quite usable, even with a few surprises here and there with Terra Fairy Leafeon, which I never thought was a thing. I mean, I've never actually seen Leafeon being used, so... We do win. We do come out 2 wins to 1 loss. We will have a look at how high that's pushed us. If we get another double boost, as we did from last game, well, from the first win, that will actually push us into Ultra Ball. So we may have made it today. We'll find out where we stand for the day, and then we'll call it quits. So, one final look. We need that 1 more win. Alrighty. Well, we'll call it there, and I'll see you all in the next episode.